trying to pull out on them. And like I'm Carmelo, nigga. Trying to get to the racks, he rolls, nigga. I muscle my opponent, don't need no one, nigga. 2 girls at a time, that's a triangle. I set the biggest on my niggas, who roll on it. I got them shooters, all I do is assist them. My team missed a shot like KD and put a back on them. What's going on? What's going on, people? What up? Diamonds in my
It's a whole 2 hours of sports and entertainment. We got some funny stuff with that Usher stuff that's developing, that's going on.
Yeah, this is my first time on here for the whole
2 hours, I know. We're gonna have probably more of that because like people been craving the sports talk. So, but shout out to the underground artists, shout out Trap House, Room 105, Cityscapes, Wild Orchid Lounge, and whoever else we're doing business with. Too many to name, but I want to get into something real quick that we were discussing before we even went on air. Was the standings for the NFL. Shout out my boy Jay Cutler, signed with the Dolphins. I've always been a Jay Cutler fan, just feels his attitude sucked.
Yeah.
But no, he had a good season on the Broncos. He had good years on the Bears, just...
Yeah, one good season on the Broncos, and he made the playoffs one time.
Season.
He made the playoffs one time.
Doesn't mean that's his only good season. He made the Pro Bowl, I think, 3 times, I think?
He made the playoffs one time.
Doesn't make him a bad quarterback.
No. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback.
Made the playoffs twice.
But listen, right? He has talent to be a great quarterback, and he never really lived up to his talent.
Because his attitude. He's a Ryan Leaf that made it.
Yeah, like a modern day Jeff George.
Damn.
Yeah. Jeff George's my boy, man. When he went to Atlanta, that dude, talk about gunslinger. He was
Hostetler too? No?
We had this
Did
discussion.
Hostetler have the arm like those guys?
Nah, he didn't even have the awareness. He just was in an offense that he got lucky we had such good running backs.
Mm-hmm.
But and a great defense at that to beat Buffalo. I thought Hostetler was going to get knocked out of that Super Bowl. I remember the second play, Leon Seals, 300 pounds, crushed him. They had to bring out the smelling salts.
God damn.
Yeah, just imagine a 6'7" guy, 315 pounds jumping on you.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
But-
that gotta hurt.
Yeah, he got hit from the back by Bruce Smith. It was bad, man. Our offensive line was... We had a good offensive line, too, but, get right into it. Like, we had predictions last time as far as NFL standings, and I feel like the AFC is... It's tricky who's going to come out of there for the playoffs. Who you got, Jimmy? Because I'm still debating.
All right,
Do you think Cutler changes anything?
Yeah, no, not really, because the Dolphins made the playoffs last year without Cutler. I still think they're going to make the playoffs, but they're not going to go far. I say the playoffs and then like a first round exit maybe, and that's a big maybe because I feel like personally, I don't think 2 teams are going to make it out the AFC East because I think 3 teams are going to make it out the AFC West. Yeah, I know I sound crazy, but
it's not crazy. I'm just trying to understand why do people give the Broncos so much credit?
Because of their defense. I mean, nothing else. I mean, they have no quarterback. Well, who's their quarterback? Simeon and what? The other dude, the young kid, Lynch, right?
Yeah, Lynch. But
Yeah,
I feel like Simeon's not that bad.
He's not that bad, but he's.
And I feel like that defense isn't the same. People just think.
Listen,
Von
Simeon
Miller.
could be a good game manager. Now, if the Broncos get their running game going, Simeon manages the game and let their defense do their thing because the defense is going to be good. They should be able to make the playoffs. That's why I said there should be 3 teams out of the AFC West making the playoffs.
Good point. I feel, off the top of my head, I gotta say Patriots, Steelers, Chiefs.
I don't even think the Chiefs winning the division.
They're winning the division.
They're going to make the playoffs. I don't think they win it. I think it's going to the Raiders.
People are so hyped on the Raiders, and that's what makes me laugh.
Because you know why?
They're a one-year team.
No. Because every year Derek Carr's been in the league, he's actually improved his numbers every single year. And I think he's going to take another leap forward.
So did Matt Schwab, and the Texans didn't really do much.
Matt Schaub was like 29 when he went to the Texans.
matter.
He was
He
on
was
the damn
improving.
Falcons for years. Listen, Derek Carr started as a rookie, threw 21 touchdowns, through only 14 interceptions. So he was solid even in his rookie year. So from the jump, he's been good and been improving every single year. So why not? Why is it crazy to think like he would take another leap forward?
I wouldn't say it's crazy, but people seem to forget that Raiders defense is very, very sus, and you can pick them
Yes,
apart. We all
look,
know the
they
AFC
will-
is known
listen,
for what? Passing.
They will be in a lot of shootouts. I understand that, but
you know, shootouts.
but
But
listen,
some blowouts.
no, why? You act like the Raiders can't score.
On a good defense, they're not scoring.
Yes, they can score, man. Come on. If you have a quarterback like Derek Carr, like come on, and we seen Andrew Luck do it. All right, he don't have much of a squad. He never did have much of a
That's
squad,
a lie.
but he was
He
making
had
the
plenty
playoffs.
of offense.
Oh yeah,
T.Y.
offensive
Hilton.
weapons, exactly.
He
But you
always-
can't depend on the defense. Same scenario here. They the Raiders have a explosive offense, but their defense is questionable. They still could make the playoffs. Maybe not be a Super Bowl caliber team, but I feel like they could make the playoffs. Maybe second round.
I don't think they'll get in. It's either Miami or the Raiders are not making it. I think the Ravens have upgraded.
Oh God.
And people still forget about that team.
The
called
Ravens
the
is
Bengals. They're never done. I mean, Joe Flacco.
Exactly.
is the
Now,
quarterback.
exactly. If I feel like the Bengals are going to be even better than the Ravens. So
You think they're going to be better, or
Yeah.
you don't think?
no, I think they're going to be better.
How?
How? Because I feel like they just had one down year. Every year, Andy Dalton's been on the Bengals. They made the playoffs, except for last year. You know that, right?
And this is where the
And they
downfall
still
starts.
have AJ Green, right? They added that running back, Joe Mixon. Now they have 3 capable running
That's
backs,
true, but
right?
Mixon's not proven.
Hold up, they added another deep threat, the kid in the draft who broke the record for the
Yeah,
40.
I know you're
Exactly. Now you have a deep threat complimenting AJ Green, and then you have a stable of 3 running backs. Like you could keep them all fresh because you know why? You don't have to use one as a workhorse. So the offense should be more balanced. The defense, it's always been like, I wouldn't say like great, but it's been solid. I think it's gonna be solid enough this year. They should be able to make the playoffs. They should be better than the Ravens.
Well, we'll see, because personally I feel as though I'm just going to give you my rundown, and I'm a gambling man, so I'm usually right 92% of the time. I'm going to say it's going to be Patriots, Steelers, Texans, Chiefs. Got to give it to, I guess, Raiders and the Colts, because the Colts upgraded their defense.
I agree with the first 3
And
teams.
Andrew has luck on his side this year.
I agree with the first 3 teams, and then 3 teams out the AFC West.
Who? Broncos?
Broncos,
I know you're not talking about
Chiefs,
Chargers.
Raiders. No, man. Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders.
Even though I feel as though Phillip Rivers, I like him. I love his competitiveness, but I just feel like he should leave San Diego.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, I agree. But then to what team?
Cardinals
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
stays on the
Yeah.
West Coast,
Yeah.
and you got targets. Like
Yeah.
he'll light it up easily, and I think
Yeah.
he'll get to at least an NFC championship.
I feel like Phillip Rivers just like, I don't know, he's just had bad luck and been put in bad position. Because when he did have good teams, you had to compete with the Patriots, the Colts, and the Steelers. Like,
Yeah,
you
but they
feel
should.
me? Like, he just came up in the wrong era.
Yeah.
That's not true. They would have beaten the
Yes.
Patriots if Antonio Gates would have been healthy for that playoff game.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
and
They haven't
Tomlinson.
had luck on
So
the
I
side.
don't think it was a matter of talent.
Yes,
It's just
he came up in the wrong era because he had to compete with the likes of Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Ben Roethlisberger. And I think all those teams were better than like the Chargers team, except for probably like which team went 14-2 in that team that got Marty Schottenheimer fired.
that's a
That
lot of
was
teams.
05, 06.
That's a lot of teams.
That's a lot of teams.
No, there was a Chargers team that went 14-2. That was his final season with the Chargers. They went 14-2 or 13-3 or something like that. And they lost their first playoff game. That's when they fired Marty
I think
Schottenheimer.
that was with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, that was with Phillip Rivers
Yeah, they
and
had
Damian
Tomlinson,
Tomlinson.
Tomlinson,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
They
you're right.
had, I think, Michael Jackson as the receiver. That's
No, Vincent Jackson.
Vincent Jackson.
He said Michael
It's
Jackson.
one of the Jacksons. No, that was a Michael Jackson that was a receiver for the Browns
Yes,
that
it
went
was.
to,
Back in the
I
day.
think he went to San Diego. But, yeah, I don't see, I know my brother's somewhere mad, but I don't see the Broncos making it. I don't
All right,
see,
I would understand that
I don't
because
see-
they're questionable at quarterback.
Don't see that this is the thing.
But I think
with
the defense will
predictions.
overcome, the ineptness of the quarterback.
If everything, see, this is the problem with NFL now. Everybody's always hurt, so I don't really know how this is going to play out.
No, of course, but all these predictions are
I
barring
wait till
injury.
five. I wait
You
till
feel me?
5 games.
Nah,
I wait till
listen.
5 games.
All these prediction has like a disclosure. That's barring injuries.
Yeah,
You
but
understand?
my-
That's considering the team's fully healthy. We all know that. Of course, injuries happen in football, but our predictions are basically saying like if the teams are all healthy, who would make the playoffs and who would not.
Well, I also feel I go by the depth chart too, because I know injuries happen nowadays
Yeah.
in the NFL.
Yeah.
People drop like flies. I don't
Nah,
know what
you definitely need
I
the.
don't know what they're taking anymore, but they need to stop taking it, whatever it is, because I don't recall Lawrence Taylor ever missing 1 game. I don't recall Jerry Rice, Joe Montana missing a game.
Yeah.
Joe Montana, he missed
But that's
playoff games
But
because he
come
got.
on, but think about it. Come on, now back in the day, that doesn't mean they weren't injured. Because dudes used to get concussions and get right the hell back in the game. You understand? Nowadays,
Those are
you
real
get a
football
concussion.
players.
What?
Those are real football players.
Why? Because the dude played with brain damage. That sounds.
We don't know. We don't know if he played with
No.
brain damage.
Okay, exactly.
See,
but
this
if
is why
there's
I
a
hate-
possibility,
I hate those movies that depict.
that was
he's
way
playing-
before concussion.
We don't know if everybody had all
Of
this
course,
stuff.
but why take the chance and send somebody back out there?
Well, don't-
Come on.
But I get what you're saying, but there's been, like I said, plenty of times. What the injuries we're talking about is the dude's pulled hamstring out 4 weeks in a preseason game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, come on, really?
But I mean,
Lawrence Taylor played
but
with a
teams-
dislocated shoulder.
But why
Give me a
play?
fucking break.
But why even play a preseason with pulled
But
hamstring?
no, that would lead to 4 weeks into the season they're missing.
Oh, true. Yeah,
These
I don't
players
know.
are not made tough, and the way they tackle nowadays is ridiculous too.
Well, they changed the rules, so they can't tackle
But
a
I've
certain
seen
way.
plays where 3 guys have tackled 1 guy, he's still going.
Listen, trust me. Coming from a Packers fan, I wish more players knew how to fucking tackle.
Well, blame college, because in college everything is about A, going for the big hit, and B, just going for the legs. And I don't know
Yeah,
who's
because you
teaching
can't
people
hit
to-
players. You
You can
can't
go
hit
on top.
players high no more. No,
No, I'm not saying hit them
can.
helmet, but you can take
But no,
people on
you
top.
can. You
guys
can.
are that strong
You
enough.
can, but guys just don't want to take that
Take
risk of
risk.
getting
I was gonna say,
fined
that's
or
what I'm saying.
suspended
The
or
risk.
get kicked out the game. They just don't want to take that risk at all. So now they're hitting low, or they just going for the big hit.
I guess. We're going to go into a commercial break real quick. When we come back, we're going to discuss my lovely Knicks making a little splash. I don't think that's a splash. It's just like
That's more of a drip.
Oh yeah, it's a drip. It's a drip. But it might be a splash on the way based on this move. Right now, we're gonna go with Koki breaks 100K, baby.
I know that now, but the thing with me, like when I was coming up, you know what I mean? Like I was basically an immigrant, so my parents they didn't really give a shit about name
At least you're
brand or
legal.
whatever. Yeah.
I don't have to deport
Yeah,
you.
but anyway, right? Like my mom didn't like really care like nothing much about name brands and stuff. So
Me
like
neither.
elementary school, I wasn't really wearing name brand. Even in middle school, I wasn't really wearing name brand. So I was getting made fun of for it a lot. So come high school, you know what I mean? I got a job and everything, was able to afford name brand stuff, and that's when I became obsessed with wearing name brand. Like to the point, because I was just so insecure, you know what I mean, about being made fun of. But then I matured. I got old. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Okay, they made
What's the
fun of
point?
me.
What's the
Congratulations. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
lame.
what's the point? And just like to touch on what you were saying, like I never wore name brand. It's just if I liked it, I
That's how I am now. If I like it,
I've always been the same way. Like I've always been probably like none of the kids in my family really did name brand. The closest thing to name brand, my brothers, they were just Jordan heads. Well, mainly my other brother, shout out Diesel Doc, because he's a Bulls fan.
Yeah.
So I hated Jordans and I hated him because he was a Bull fan. So, you know, we always went at it. But, you know, I just wore regular shit, like regular Nikes, whatever was clever, whatever matched with my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get the
I
point of
always
spending.
wear Jordans.
And it wasn't my money, it was my mother. We could get whatever we want. We were spoiled kids. I'm not going to sit here and lie. We grew up hard and we didn't know.
Yeah.
We had every system that ever came out. So what could I really be mad at? You know what I'm saying? Like about coming up and then, I never made fun of people's clothes. Especially all like the people who were new to the country that didn't really understand English. I hung out with those people. People may not think so, but because you know how I speak on a legal immigration.
That shaped the way I look at people. Like the way I came up, that really shaped the way I looked at people because, like, for the longest I was looking at, especially like Americans, like I feel like they had like a superiority complex because of the way I came up. I came up where basically, listen, I'm Haitian, right? I came up where if people even find out, if people even find out you was Haitian, you was getting jumped or beat up. Like that's how it was for me coming up. Hell yeah,
What part of Queens was you in?
I grew up in Jersey. I'm telling you, like if my niggas is listening, they will call in and tell you right now, like that ass, like if you a Haitian, you get caught in the wrong place, like you'll get your ass whooped. Like that's how it was. That's how hard it was coming up for us, and I never really understood the hate until I got older.
It was just the action.
I saw it that no, it goes deeper than that. It goes way deeper than that because I felt like because it was basically with other black people just like me, but they were American, we were Haitian. But as I grew up, I started to understand, like, oh damn, Americans that are black here, they have
different.
Not even different. Like, damn, they're marginalized. Now they find a group that they feel is lesser than them. You understand? That's even more marginalized than them. So now they're putting that group down to basically boost their ego.
Got a point.
So that's what I came to understand. You know what I mean?
I joke on everybody's race. So, I mean, certain races get it worse than others, or other. I guess you could say cultures.
Yeah.
All the African
Listen, I done heard all the jokes. Listen,
it's funny. Like, I say it as jokes. You know, like I don't really dislike anybody's culture like that. There is one particular that I have a issue with.
I know exactly.
But I'm not gonna do that on the radio right now because you know I'm actually trying to work on that, but it's not working.
But you know what it is? I feel like every culture has something wrong with it. Every single
of course, but
culture.
some I just it's just that one culture I cannot get along with.
That culture is just very ancient.
They're ancient and they're fucking.
They're ancient.
We're going to commercial break. I don't want to talk about this. We're gonna play Bo Black Savage. That's a tongue twister. Off the Grind Star Showcase mixtape. Shout out my man Bo Black, East New York, Brownsville in the building. With the last topic, but it was a topic that I felt we had to discuss because society is different. And, the people, we have people in Europe that are listening, so, things are different out there. So, some of them probably hearing what we're talking about, they probably are like, wow, but America, it's so many sheep right now. And I just feel like that's what that's the thing now. Everybody wants to be in. And we grew up in a generation where, we were Generation X. We did what we felt comfortable with.
Exactly. Like whatever was popular, we're trying to do the
opposite. Exactly. And it's just, we stood out. And I feel like, we really we had such a successful generation because we went opposite. We didn't want to do what our parents did or told us to do, but we still respected our parents. The respect factor is not there anymore. So, just
what
just
you mean between like the generations? I feel like it's between the respect factor is not there with this new generation and their parents. I see it all the time, like just walking in the street, and that's why it kills me. And let's just cut the bullshit and say when black people say, "Well, my son can never talk to me like that. That's what white people kids do." Bullshit. How many videos have we seen of mothers fighting in the street with their daughters? Like really? Yeah.
Really? And you're gonna fight in the street? And then why are you filming every time you discipline your kid? I feel that's another thing. People have to prove something to somebody. Look, this is what I do to my kids. What are you really proving?
No, it's not that. I mean, it
What are you
depends on the
proving?
situation, because if your kid is on social media acting a fool, yeah, they deserve to get their ass whooped on
Okay,
social media.
but why set it up to the point of I'm gonna put it on social media?
Yeah, because if
And
they
beat
on
them.
social media put on a show, you put on a show on that ass.
Nah, I don't. Certain things you just don't do.
Nah, fuck that.
Especially like you said before. Especially with like you said before. Now you can't do nothing to your kids or you get arrested.
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
incriminate. I've never been one to incriminate
yeah.
myself.
True.
Never. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
you
stuff.
have a point there.
You
That
know?
is self-incriminating.
You know, and especially, I mean, different states are different laws.
Yeah,
So some states you can get away with the shit.
yeah.
But, you know, New York, who knows? Depends what neighborhood you're in and this, that, and third. Because I've seen people get arrested for certain shit in Queens. Well, not get arrested for certain shit in Queens. That you go to the worst parts of like
And Child
Fucking
service, it is another
Castle Hill or
thing,
East New York and you'll get arrested for
And
it.
this is the bullshit, right? You discipline your kid, oh, it's child abuse, right? But then you let your kid run around and do whatever the hell they want. Oh, where's the parent at? Where's the discipline at home? This and that, right? But then again, you discipline your kids, child services want to come and take your kid away from you, and it's not like they helping them, because guess what? The kid ends up in foster care.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know a crazy statistic? Most of like the motherfuckers that be in and out of the prison system, a lot of them grew up in foster care. So
yeah.
are like child services, like the government, like the people that love taking people kids away from them. Like, how much are you really helping these damn kids? How much?
They're not. They just figure, well, let's take them away from the parents.
No,
so
they
the parents
just,
can
exactly. They
afford it.
just want to
That's
find a way to make money off motherfuckers. Put the kids
It's true.
into the system, you know what I mean? Send him on a path to going to prison, and now you got a prisoner for fucking life to feed your private prison systems.
It's true. Very true. Good point. But you know, like I said, I always felt like I believed in like stricter rules, stricter laws, but to a certain extent, you know, and I just feel like this may sound crazy to say, but I feel like there's too much freedom today to do whatever you want. It's too much, way too much, especially with the gay laws.
So you
Like
think there's a such thing as too much freedom?
I do. I just think people. I don't want to get into the specific of what I mean by that. I mean certain people and kinds of people have too much freedom. Like I really feel that way. Like
No,
it's just
man.
crazy how
Certain
a
kinds
gay
of people
person
should have freedom.
a gay person can attack you and it's cool. But let you say a gay slur, like the dude in baseball who said a quote unquote gay slur to a regular fan that was heckling him the whole game. Nobody threw this fan out of the game, but as soon as he called the fan a faggot, he gets suspended for 2 games.
But that's the
Are you kidding me?
thing. But
Are you kidding me?
they've been discriminated against like more than normal. So
I get that, Jimmy,
That's
but
where it
that's
comes
the
from.
past.
Just like
Move
with black
on.
people, you feel me? Just the
I
same
get it,
thing.
Jimmy, but don't sit here and tell me because I call him a faggot, I got a record now? Really? Really? You know what that does? It makes more people hate them. That's all you're doing. Because
That's
people are gonna
the
feel
job.
like, oh, look at these gays.
Okay.
They're doing this. They're doing this. And if I do this, I go to jail for saying something about a gay person.
But then
That's how people are looking at it,
but at the
Jimmy.
same time, right? If we're all able to basically like say what's on our mind or call people whatever, like wouldn't it be the same with us? Like, so that means white people just be running around calling us niggas all day. Like,
But you
feel
can.
me?
But you gotta understand something. People do that.
and
People
there's
do it.
consequences
Not
to
really.
doing it.
Not
What?
really.
You know how many videos I've seen of white people thinking they could get brave and call people niggas?
We're talking about
Come
law.
on.
We're talking about by law. We're not
Oh,
talking
okay.
about
Okay.
taking the law in your own hand.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you have freedom of speech, but there's repercussions to it. That's all.
Yeah,
You feel me?
exactly.
Like, if you call a
But
gay
with a
dude
gay
a
person- with a
faggot
gay
and that
person,
nigga whip your ass, you can't get mad.
But yeah, but with a gay person, you say a slur, you're going to jail, and I think that's stupid. If that's the case. You need to be sending a lot of people to jail for a lot of crazy shit they say.
No, you shouldn't be going to jail for saying a slur.
You shouldn't.
Just like
But-
somebody shouldn't go to jail for, like saying a slur against whites or even black people. Like, no.
I say a lot of slurs. I would have been doing life already.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That doesn't make me racist. I'm just, that's my sense of humor. You know what I mean? Most of the time I say slurs is to people in a joking manner, but
But but it depends who you say it
I offend a
to
lot
as
of
well, because exactly, a lot of people are easily offended. I mean, yeah,
A lot of
think it's
people
the tone in
nowadays
which you
are
say it.
quick to call you a racist. You can say the slightest constructive criticism about somebody else's culture, you're a racist.
Yeah,
That's how it is now. It's
I
crazy.
kind of feel the same way. And you know what? I feel like that's like stems from the media, because they make a
It's
big
social
story.
media. People are so sensitive now.
The media too. The media's in it too. That's
Oh, yeah,
one
they
thing.
help.
Listen, that's one thing I agree with President Douchebag about. The media.
I love my president.
Fuck that. President Douchebag. So I call him President Douchebag. But anyway, that's the only thing I agree about him with, the media. Like, when he's like going at it with the media, that shit is hilarious to me. Like,
is.
because
He's just
CNN
entertaining.
is full of shit. But he should also tell Fox News they're full of shit too. Because both sides are full of shit. Like, with the
He doesn't
conservative,
really
the,
co-sign them either.
the conservative media and the liberal media, they're both full of shit. They sensationalize shit just to get ratings.
True.
You know what I mean? They do it from two different perspectives, but it's just for ratings. You exploit people. You understand? Like, they exploit people. It could be something mad small. Like, oh yeah, this person said this. CNN will lead a show with it, right? Then the next show will have a whole half-hour discussion about the shit. And then the next show will talk about it. Like, come on, really? Like, leave it alone, man. It's not that big a deal. You know what I mean? And Fox News do the same shit.
But
Except, more racist.
speaking of race, though, and culture, how do you feel about... I'm kind of angry about this because I love the Winter Olympics. How do you feel about the NHL not letting their players play in the Olympics? That's a joke.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
Boycott the
I mean,
season.
I understand the teams, because you don't want your players getting hurt. You know what I mean? Especially if you're paying them a lot of money, you don't want them getting hurt in the game that they're not playing for you. But then at the same time, if you do that, then just turn the Olympics into like an amateur competition. Just have like amateurs across
It's not
every
the same.
sport. That's the only solution. If the
No, you
NHL
can wait till after the season, but
I feel like they should have the professional players though, like for
Of
real.
course, but they're saying nobody with an NHL contract, being that it could be minor leagues,
So I mean
The-
AHL, KHL, shit like that.
none of them can play.
Damn.
Nobody.
So who is it gonna be? So hold on, who's
I
playing
don't
for
know.
Team USA?
Nobody. I don't think there will be
Team USA?
I don't think there'll be hockey this year for Winter Olympics. Is what they're trying to say, and it's
Wait,
ridiculous.
how do you have a Winter Olympics with no hocky?
That's the best part.
Hockey is they play the shit on ice.
Exactly.
What?
I think it boils down to it was something about it was
Some shit just
It
blows
was something
my
about
mind.
something about the conditions for it. I don't know. Like it's a lot to do with the NHL complaining, not really so much
Complain about what? The
GMs.
venue or like the
I
location?
think that's what it was. The venue.
Where is this Winter Olympics at? Because the last one was in Russia, right? Yeah, the last one was in Russia.
I think isn't it in Utah this year? The Winter Olympics.
It's in the U.S. this year. The last one was in like
I
somewhere
know
crazy in
it's supposed
Russia.
to- yeah, it was.
So they were complaining about that. So
Yeah.
that was the
the Summer
location now.
Olympics they were complaining about too was in Brazil because it was so bad.
It wasn't really that bad.
Winter.
Make sure you're gonna let us know.
Let's see. It's gonna be in Beijing.
Beijing. I
The
don't know.
Winter Olympics?
Yeah, I don't know what the
Twenty-
complaint to be
2022
about
Winter
Beijing,
Olympics.
but they were complaining heavily about something, but it's not looking good. There were certain players I say they was gonna play regardless, but I don't think that will happen because then they'll void their contract.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2018, South Korea.
South Korea, same thing.
2018.
South Korea? Okay, well, that's a long way, but still.
Yeah, like
I don't.
To me, when the NHL comes, when they play in the Winter Olympics, when you got Canada versus America, Sweden
Yeah.
versus Finland, Russia versus Czechoslovakia,
Yeah.
Czech Republic,
Yeah.
it's great. Like those Olympics are the best, and
Yeah.
people rarely get hurt. It's rare.
That's the best.
Rare.
For me, like that's the best time to watch hockey because you're watching the best
Oh
of
yeah,
the
'cause
best
it gets
players.
real. It gets real.
Like that's the best of the best. The best players from Russia.
Yeah.
Like Russia always got a beast ass squad.
And
Canada
never win.
always got a beast squad. You feel me?
Canada gets gold automatic.
Nah, it's always
Shout out
like
my-
it's always
Shout
one
out
of
our
those.
cousins in Canada.
No, it's always one of those like Scandinavian countries like Finland and Sweden, like that come out of nowhere and win it.
But Sweden is good.
No, they're
because
good,
Sweden
but-
always has great
But
goaltenders.
no,
and they have
Russia
Henrik.
and Canada are always the favorites. But like Finland and Sweden always come and like sweep it away, alright?
And the Yankees won 11-5. But
Yeah, that's big.
well, don't get mad because we don't have no Mets news to report. Question is, what are the Mets going to do in the offseason? I really
think I'm
think
about
There was some Mets news.
I'm about to renounce my Mets fandom, man.
I didn't hear about Jay Bruce.
what happened.
They traded him?
Jay Bruce has a
Jay Bruce officially got traded today
Are you serious?
to the Indians
For
Oh
who?
wow,
For who?
they're tough.
for
So-
basically nobody.
So they
It's a waiver.
giving up on the season.
pretty much.
I mean, they've been gave up on the season. But they
Seth
got-
Smith might as well go back to the A's now.
He might, yeah, he might as well, right?
Yeah,
He played for
word.
nothing. But nah, I feel like the Mets in the off season, they have the hardest off season to choose from. Why? Because you still have 4 pitchers, well 5. You have a rotation that you can actually win with. So how do you rebuild if you have a rotation that still in the prime of their career and you
Trade
can
one
win?
of the pitchers.
Nah, you don't do that. Why?
Well, it's too late now because
we're talking
I was
off-season.
talking specifically Matt Harvey because,
Well,
but now
I don't think
his
they-
trade value is not that high, so now you can't really get a lot of good players back.
But-
Unless you trade Syndergaard to DeGrom, which I don't
That would be
suggest.
retarded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
That
don't
would be
suggest that. I don't suggest that.
This is the Mets we're talking about. So
They could
would
get some good prospects for
I can
Matt,
see the
probably.
Mets traded DeGrom to Toronto for Jose Bautista.
Wow.
Nah.
Remember they
If you
traded,
traded any
they
of
traded
those-
Scott Kazmir for fucking Victor Zambrano.
That they did.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a
bullshit.
horrible trade.
I laughed so hard at my brother. He tried to make it sound good. Well, he made the All-Star team.
What?
Dude had a 4 ERA, was 8-8.
They signed a washed up Jason Bay, a washed up Pedro Martinez,
Jason Bay had a good 2 years.
a washed up Tom
Keep
Glavine.
going. Keep going.
Oh my God!
You see the connection between the
Oh, my
orange
God.
and the blue with the Knicks and the Mets signing
Oh,
players
here
for the
we
past?
go.
They
I'm
signed
telling you.
Johan Santana.
I think
Delgado.
I'm gonna go to
Delgado was
Manchester.
Delgado was good for the Mets.
He was.
Okay.
Like
Piazza.
Johan Santana was good the first couple of years, and then he just started getting hurt and breaking
Let's
down.
be honest, we got Ventura late too.
Robin Ventura,
But he
was
hit some
good
clutch
for
home
us.
runs.
He was good for
Okay,
us.
for what, 2 years? That's like the next
Hey,
Max
listen, that's
now.
what we needed.
Yep,
What,
they got 2
99,
years to win.
2000? What, 99, 2000, 2001? Hey, that's
Mets fans out there listening, I hate to disappoint you, but it seems like when you win, you got 2 years to win, or it's back to those 4 long years of rebuilding.
Yo, real talk.
Sheesh.
Real
It
talk.
seems like it. I mean, because if you look at the teams and the times that they were playing good,
Listen.
they just
Listen, at one time we had the hitting.
Yeah,
we
we
didn't
did.
have the pitching because we had Reyes, Wright, Beltran, Delgado, but we didn't have the pitching. We didn't have the pitching to
Pitching,
make the
no.
World Series.
Nope.
Now we have the pitching. We don't
Nah,
have the
no
hitting.
hitting.
This is crazy.
y'all have hitting, they just can't stay healthy.
Well, neither can the pitchers.
Fire your strength and conditioning coach. Or start,
Neither
taking,
can the pitchers, man.
so start slipping HGH in their salad or
Oh,
something.
Lord.
Yeah, listen, bring back steroids, man. I'm about to campaign for that.
Damn, son.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, not steroids.
Nah, I'm just fucking around, man.
Don't say that too loud, man. People may start investing.
Nah, listen, I'm joking, people. I'm joking.
We don't know who's listening, man. Somebody may hit us the next day like that steroid comment. What does
Word.
that mean? Like,
Word.
I'm not a part of the show. I'm just there. On the mic. But yeah. So yeah, I just feel like you got a lot of choices to make because your whole infield is free agent, except for David Wright, obviously. Lucas Duda is a free agent.
I mean,
So
you mean the
do you
dude that
bring
needs
up-
to be a free agent?
I personally, he just caught a bad break.
Yeah,
When
but
he
he's
plays,
done.
he produces. So
Yeah,
like,
but he's done now.
Did you say Lucas
He's
Duda?
done. He's
He
done.
got traded.
Yeah, he's been off the mess,
Oh,
right?
that's right.
he got traded last week.
I'm glad bugging out.
And hit a home run in his first damn game.
So now it's you gotta
I don't
go
understand.
with
Who's
yeah.
playing first base for the Mets, man?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
How? No, wait a minute. They have a kid, Dominic Smith. He's real good. He's a real good player. He's not going to hit for average, but he's going to give me 25 home runs guaranteed.
Yeah, I haven't been
At
following
least.
baseball much because the Mets suck.
Fact.
Like,
Nah,
They suck bad.
you feel
I
me?
follow everything.
My favorite player is out right now. Is he still out or Mike Trout?
Trout is back.
Trout is back now.
He's back.
Okay. Yeah, but then my team's
They're not going
yeah.
anywhere. Though. He needs to leave the Angels if he can.
Well, if the Angels didn't sign fucking old Pujols, well, not that
But he still
old.
produced. They just don't have pitching.
No, but still, if they signed him to a 8 year deal, come
7-year
on,
deal,
dude.
$250 million or something like that.
A 30-something-year-old first baseman? Sign
But
him to
when
a
he
4 or
signed
5
the deal,
year
he was
deal.
32.
Okay, exactly. Sign
In
him
the
to a
American
4-year
League,
deal.
where he can DH.
4-year deal, man, not 7 years. You didn't need to do no damn 7-year deal. Come on.
I mean, at the time, it made sense because you
It
got
did make sense at the time.
He's gonna DH. He DHs most of the time. He still hits home runs. He still drives and runs. Pujols is the machine, as they call
He's
him.
not
He's a machine.
Pujols. He's of old. He's
Nobody's
not
gonna
the
be-
old Pujols,
Nobody's gonna be the
man.
same player their whole career.
True, but Miguel Cabrera is still closer to the old Miguel Cabrera
Miguel
than
Cabrera, by
Pujols
the
is
way,
to the old Pujols.
only has 16 home runs.
Like I said, but he's still hitting for average. Pujols is hitting fucking 250 and shit now. Come on.
I think Miguel Cabrera's not even hitting 300.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's hitting over 300.
Check it.
Okay, maybe that's high 290s.
But he's not.
Nah, let me
but,
check it.
But see, this is the thing, though. Detroit had a bomb squad, and they didn't even make the playoffs.
When? Last
Look,
year?
This year we're talking
year.
about. They have Verlander, Fulmer, Norris.
Come on, you can't mention Verlander anymore.
Verlander is still
Verlander's
an
not
ace.
Verlander. He's not Verlander.
But you found that out this
old.
year, though, not last year. He had a
No,
good year last year.
nah.
Verlander is
He's
Verlander.
been-
Regardless, no matter of fact, you still have Fulmer, a guy who won Rookie of the Year.
Uh-huh.
You have Jordan Zimmerman, who was one of the best pitchers in the National League at one point.
Yeah,
You should know.
true.
And they still have, but they never have a bullpen. Detroit's never had a bullpen, so they still made the playoffs. So that's out of the equation. Who cares? They have a loaded lineup: Justin Upton, Ian Kinsler, Victor Martinez, J.D. Martinez, Nick Castellanos, Cabrera, like Avila. They have Avila before they
have
traded
a
him.
squad, but they don't have like.
How do you
deep
not
pitching.
win with that bomb squad lineup? And they had good starting staff. It's a rare combination. It's either you have offense or you got pitching.
That I don't know. Damn, I can't find his Cabrera stats.
Because they're that bad. They're not. Nobody searches his stats anymore.
Yeah, true.
But we're gonna get into another track off the Grind Start mixtape called "Gonna Eat" by Marv G. Shout out everybody in Harlem, 9 Block.
Fuck with this. Let's get it. Swish. I'm trying to ball out on them.